Welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our bold analysis. I want us to head straight to Kilifi because something is happening there that is worrying Aisha Jumwa. Aisha Jumwa is vying for the governor seat under UDA, and she's facing strong competition from Gideon Mungaro, who is on ODM ticket, George Kithi, after negotiations between PA and the UDA collapsed. He is on ballot, a renowned lawyer. Mungaro was a former devolution CAS, Cabinet Assistant Secretary. Then I have Michael Tinga, who was vying on Ford Kenya, Alphonse Nzombo Mbaru of Safina Party, and there is also another independent candidate, Francisco Esposito, on an independent ticket. I think Francisco and Esposito, okay, that might look like an Italian name. And if you have been keen, you will realize that Aisha Jumwa has concentrated in the Kilifi area, and because that is why he has been missing in the national campaigns, the mainstream campaigns for the UDA team, despite the fact that she is one of the leaders that has, let me say she's popular. I don't want to say national appeal, but she's popular amongst William Ruto supporters. And I have always realized, and if you've been following, you realize that Kilifi vote for deputy president, I think, is a bit slippery, because initial plan was to work with Aisha Jumwa, and Aisha Jumwa was to be the person who was the custodian of the Kilifi vote, using working with other elected leaders that are vying through UDA. But when the reality hit DP Ruto, he went for Amason Kingi. But even after bringing Amason Kingi was not given a front seat compared to Alfred Mutua and Justin Muturi, who also were latecomers in the Kenya Kwanza team. Actually, they formed the second tier of Kenya Kwanza leadership. There is the first tier, that is Ruto, Ndavadi, and Tangula. The second tier is where Amason Kingi and Alfred Mutua and Justin Muturi belongs. That did not work out, and there was animosity, rather acrimony, between Amason Kingi and Aisha Jumwa. Now, recently, that is like 4 days ago, over last weekend, Michael Tinga, who was vying for that seat on a Ford Kenya ticket, decided to back George Kithi, who is vying on a PA ticket. Ford Kenya is one of the affiliate parties within Kenya Kwanza, and Michael Tinga is vying through that ticket. Deputy President William Ruto, if he has been so keen on supporting Aisha Jumwa, then I think the best that he would have done is to talk to the party leader of Ford Kenya, Moses Wetangula, so that Moses Wetangula will then implore on his governor candidate in Kilifi to support Aisha Jumwa. But you see Aisha Jumwa as a person that has been left alone. And just to help you see how the coastal vote is becoming scattered, and I think the strategy seems to be falling apart. After the emergence of Mike Sonko in Mombasa, the coastal team formed a Mombasa tier. The Mombasa camp comprised of Sonko, Hassan Omar, and Mohaji Chopevu. And they seems to be the ones trying to galvanize the vote in Mombasa. But apart from that, apart from Mombasa where there seems to be a united front, all the other counties, that is Lamu, Kwale, Taita Taveta and Kilifi, everyone for himself. Because if there was a coastal front, then you will see Aisha Jumwa, Aisha Jumwa, Mike Sonko, and the rest of the team working together and even cross-campaigning. Even if Aisha Jumwa cannot campaign in the mainstream activities of the party, but she should be seen in the coastal campaigns. The same with Amason Kingi. Amason Kingi makes a technical appearance when people ask where is Amason Kingi and there seems to be a narrative of about the division. He will come, make a technical appearance, then after that, sublime. There is an exclusive story, and it's emerging that amongst the pioneer Kenya Kwanza politicians that decided to seek elective offices, especially the ones for governor, were supposed to get their campaign messaging on television adverts and supported by William Ruto's campaign kitty. I am talking about Irungu Kang'ata, Susan Kihika, Anne Waiguru is not a pioneer, Susan Kihika, Aisha Jumwa, Hassan Omar, and others. You can add into that list, the ones also from Rift Valley. But if you've followed, you will realize that one of the governors that has had less of media engagement, and in fact in terms of media magnification of her campaigns, is Aisha Jumwa. And I was talking to a gentleman who was telling me that one of the reasons why Aisha Jumwa is also being, the ground is coming slippery, is because there is an imminent simmering fallout with DP Ruto. Apart from the campaign merchandise that perhaps she's facilitated with in the benefit of the party leader, but she's also one of the politicians that is supposed to be projected in the media world. But again, because of her recent scandals that were involving the killing of the gentleman, you know, she will not want much of that because it will attract a national judgment. So that is also a possibility. But if you see, if you've been keen, you also realize that in Wajir, there is a candidate who has also stepped down and is supporting ANC. Actually, the incumbent governor of Wajir, someone called Mohammed Abdi, has stepped down for a governor candidate of ANC. Now, what's happening in Wajir is also interesting because I want us to tie it. Now, it's called Mohammed Abdi Mohamud, drops the re-election bid only 5 days to the polls and endorses Ugas Sheikh Mohammed on ANC. Sheikh Mohammed on the ANC is facing off with Mukhtar. Mukhtar was the deputy to was the deputy to Mohammed Abdi, but then after differing, he is now vying through the UDA. Now, these two instances where Ford Kenya candidate steps down, supports SPA, and also in Mombasa, in Wajir, the incumbent governor, who I think was an independent ticket, and I am yet to confirm, steps down, and instead of supporting UDA, he's heading to Kenya Kwanza, but is supporting ANC. Do you see coherence? Of course, there is something that is play out. I want to interpret this, but let me just confine myself to Aisha Jumwa. Perhaps I'll get time and look at Wajir in just an exclusive context. And why the ground seems to be slippery on Aisha Jumwa. What did Aisha Jumwa got right? What is Aisha Jumwa getting wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, click the notification bell, and like our video. We are still continuing with the 50 bob challenge for Sarah Atieno Onyango, who is one of our subscribers. She's still detained in Kenyatta National Hospital. Undergone through, she was suffering blood cancer, acute leukemia, but she has undergone through the sessions. She is strong, but the bill has inflated to 1 million. So we are doing a 50 bob challenge, at least 50 shillings challenge by our subscribers here. so that in the next 3 weeks, we will be in a position to produce a 1 million check for her. I can categorically confirm that from the funds we've collected, we've hit a target of over 400,000. And that was in the first 7 days. I believe by the time we'll be getting to the last stretch, we shall have made big stride. My number is there, 0710 16 0710 78 0710 62 78 89. And Sarah's number, you can also get directly to her, is 07 16 357 360. UDA affiliates parties seems to be regrouping to shrink the UDA party. And as we go towards these polls, there is a reality that is dawning that it's either Raila or Ruto who is going to be the president. And both of them have a high chances of becoming the president. Now, with these affiliate parties seeing that perhaps the presidency might go with Raila, and UDA party on the other side must be the lead party in the opposition, I think they are regrouping to shrink the UDA space. And one of the things they'll do is at least backstab William Ruto here and there so that they can provoke and see. Perhaps there are things they want to be addressed and those things are not getting addressed. So the decisions to let the small parties regroup to stage a contest against UDA is also a strategy to bring William Ruto on table. Because I am sure that at this stage, there was a political strategy that was being laid. Aisha Jumwa might have got Ruto and asked Ruto, why is this happening? Why is it Wetangula is happening this? And of course, you can see that there is a fallout that will then emerge between Aisha Jumwa and Moses Masika Wetangula. But better still, you can look at it this way. If this candidate crosses over to support Kithi's candidate, George Kithi, who is Kingi's candidate, Kingi is supposed to get, is it 70%? 50%, deliver 50% of Kilifi vote to William Ruto to get the Senate Speaker. But that is also not a possibility. Ladies and gentlemen, I see a possibility that Kenya Kwanza team seems to have given up on Kilifi and they have zoned it out. The strategists are simply zoning out Kilifi in their matrix, and that's what's playing out, because I don't see a vigor and the support that is really needed. In all those coastal counties, if there is a place William Ruto have an uphill task, that place is in Kilifi. And if I am wrong and I'm making a wrong assumption here, I want you to go through the comment section and what the people from Kilifi, we have many of them here, to just give us feedback on whether Kilifi is not slippery for DP Ruto. This is a place that ODM party got more seats than any other county in the coast, from the governor, senator, MPs, and women reps. And with just a span of 5 years, nothing much has changed. And even though there are inroads that are made, but politics is local. Nothing much has changed. And William Ruto might have realized that there is no need of wasting a lot of resources, and even Aisha Jumwa might not win that race compared to the other candidates, because UDA is organized and they can also conduct their own polls, and when they find out that that is not a viable course, then the best way is to zone out Kilifi. King is suppressing Aisha Jumwa for perhaps some obvious reasons. I see the hand of Kingi, and this can be done, number one, to try to push William Ruto to know, at least maybe Kingi is feeling like he's not so much being appreciated. So he's also trying to push William Ruto to the corner. Number two, Kingi would also want a safe pair of hands, and this can be in favor of the ODM candidate. Kingi was formerly an ODM person, and I don't think it will be a big miss if the ODM snatches that seat compared to Aisha Jumwa. If you are to take Kingi to the polling station and choose between Aisha Jumwa and Gideon Mungaro, who is the ODM candidate, probably Kingi might even go for the ODM candidate. This may point out to a total rejection on the ground, and William Ruto team might have seen that Aisha Jumwa do not stand a chance. They do not stand a chance. And the strategy, because if you look at the strategy of Ford Kenya supporting the other candidate, they are still within Kenya Kwanza. So Kenya Kwanza will have two strong candidates. If the Ford Kenya candidate Michael Tinga supporting Kithi is going to add the stakes of Tingi, then Kenya Kwanza might have Aisha Jumwa and the Kithi on the other side, who are very strong candidates on one ticket. Kenya Kwanza, who stands to benefit. Because if Ruto wanted to consolidate the vote for Aisha Jumwa, just the same way he has tried to consolidate, tried to solve the matrix in different counties in central Kenya, when he had to make a conscious decision to drop Purity Ngirishi for Anne Waiguru, the Nyeri matrix where Kahiga was given the ticket, Mudhomi Njuki, where he had to make sure that Kithure Kindiki stepped down, William Ruto would have fixed Kilifi in favor of Aisha Jumwa. But as you can see, the ground is a bit slippery, and Moses Wetangula's move is one that might deal a blow to Aisha Jumwa's governor bid.